Hey everyone, so today we're gonna do something which I would say different, but it's not. It's my She-Hulk spoiler review. So I'm gonna just jump straight into it. So She-Hulk was a bit different from some of the other Disney Plus shows we've had because it was like WandaVision and it actually had 9 episodes, which I appreciated for WandaVision, but I didn't appreciate as much for She-Hulk. Because they didn't utilize that time properly, I felt. Like, some of the episodes, like episode 3 was just filler. And episode 3, I think, was my least favourite episode. Episode 1, I loved, but episode 1 was kind of short. Like, these episodes were 30 minutes. The finale was 30 minutes. So I felt like maybe don't do 9 episodes, 9 30-minute episodes. Do 6, 45-minute episodes. So change it up a bit. The Hulk King, rubbish, because I'll tell you why. She-Hulk says it herself, he steals her blood to become a Hulk. Like, that's just so kind of boring. That's been done so many times. Plus, she just, literally erased it from the show. So that whole build-up over 7 episodes was for absolutely nothing. Because she literally just went, right, we're going to kick him out of my show. What was the point of that big build-up then? That really annoyed me. Also, I kind of wanted it to be in the real world, because the MCU is supposed to reflect our real world. Like, Madison, who's the character that goes, Wongers! She was drunk. So, in real modern day, in real life, she wouldn't be standing trial because she'd be intoxicated. Right? I also hated what they did with Abomination. His character was an abomination. I don't get it. First of all, I don't get the redesign, alright? I know it's comic accurate, but they don't even explain it. They just go on as if, oh yeah, he's been like this ever since 2008, but he hasn't. So that's bad there. Plus, what's wrong with the 2008 design, may I ask? The people of Marvel? What is wrong with that design? Nothing is wrong with that design, for me personally. So, maybe they should have kept that in the first place. But then, second of all, we haven't seen him since 2008, and I like bits of the new character. He's yeah, what's unfair is, the Hulk's as bad as me, and he's left free to run about. I get that, and I sympathise with him. But then, he's miraculously just good. The serum in his body made him evil. It was like drugs. He was addicted. So, if that serum is still in his body, he should still be addictive, right? I don't get that bit. And then I don't get turning him into a joke. He was so serious in 2008. And I didn't like where they went with him. He's now a psychologist. Because they never alluded to him being quite spiritual in 2008. Because he was a war hero, or branded as a war hero. So, I just absolutely hated what they did with Abomination. And it looks absolutely ridiculous, because now that Hulk's Professor Hulk, he's short, and Abomination looks massive next to him. But Abomination is the exact same as Professor Hulk. There's no other half to Abomination. So they should be the same size. It annoys the hell out of me. And they didn't even fight. Bruce comes in, he's going, get away from my cousin. And then, he just goes for a punch, and then the camera pans out. And then they pan in again, and Abomination's got Hulk's hand, going, hey, man, hey, it's a misunderstanding. I'm like, oh my god, 14 years, and we didn't even get a rematch. And Bruce is Bruce says to Jen, yeah, he sent me a letter, we're actually all cool now. Nah, man, he tried to kill you. He tried to destroy the city, and he sends you a letter, and you're like, yeah, bro, no bother, that's alright, mate, that's all fine. I don't get that, but I'm gonna now go into the positives of the show. She-Hulk. She-Hulk is one of my new favourite characters in the MCU, and I'm not just exaggerating that. She is really charming, very charismatic. I found it to be quite funny. And apart from the case in episode 3 with the Asgardian relationship, all the other cases I found to be very, very enjoyable. I think they fixed the CGI hugely after that first trailer. She looks quite good throughout the whole show, and that's really good, alright? That is good. And the design was fine, quite skinny. I know Marvel kind of wanted the VFX artist to, like, give her less muscle, but, you know, she's a Hulk, so she should have, like, muscle on her, like, she's a Hulk. Again, she is a Hulk. So hopefully Marvel, like, change their decision, and then the next film she appears in, she'll have more muscle on her, because right now it's just like a 6-foot green woman. So, you know, there's that. I also didn't care too much for, like, when she's Jen, she has curly hair, but when she's She-Hulk, she has straight hair. I don't really care. Like, you can give She-Hulk curly hair. Like, she even has curly hair in the comics in some iterations. So, I really don't. I didn't see the point of that, and I didn't really care for that. But I surprisingly loved. I loved her fourth wall breaks. Like, I don't really like them in some comic iterations because it depends what variety you've got. But in episode 1, it was like a small thing, and then you get to the final and it's like, no, she's literally breaking a wall. She is like breaking the Disney Plus logo, and she's coming out of that, and then she's jumping into Marvel Assembled, which is really neat. Like, Marvel have got to that position where Marvel have put Marvel in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Like, Kevin Feige went, right, we're going to put Marvel Studios in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And I really like that, because you know what that means? You know what that means, ladies and gentlemen? It means that we are in the MCU, if you think about it. Like, we are now part of the MCU, which is insane to think about. And by Marvel doing this, right? By Marvel doing this, it means that everything is in the MCU. It even means that Warner Brothers is in the MCU. It even means that DC is in the MCU. And who does DC own? That's right, Batman and Superman. So, it makes sense, and it was really clever, because She-Hulk is the only character who can do this. And, you know, I didn't like where the final was going, so when she was changing stuff, I was like, yeah. The only thing I didn't like is when she took Hulk out of it, because, look, Hulk hasn't been, you know, a huge player. So, Hulk in this was, you know, a very nice addition. He wasn't in all of it, but I didn't expect him to be. Like, Hulk's expensive. But every time he showed up, was a delight. I loved all of his scenes. And, you know, Professor Hulk, I'm getting used to Professor Hulk. I do have to say, it kind of makes sense for his character. But in the back of my mind, I'm always wishing for Savage Hulk to come back. But I am getting used to Professor Hulk. Daredevil was fantastic, man. I really appreciated that they did the yellow and red costume. I like the all red costume, personally. But I really didn't mind this iteration of the costume. Matt was really good as well. Matt was very funny with She-Hulk. She-Hulk was like, are you pretending to be blind? Because that would be pretty messed up. And Matt's there going, no, I'm blind. But it was nice for Jen to be, like, in a relationship where she trusts Matt. Like, she was, like, messed about with so many fools in the show. I was like, yeah, this is nice. She's got, like, an actual relationship with another superhero who kind of gets it. And I thought, like, when they zoomed to that scene where they were kissing, I was like, oh, why would they do this? But then, as you rewatch that episode, and then the last episode, I really, really like them being together. Like, I really do like it. A lawyer and a lawyer. One superpowered, one not. One who can see, one who can't. So that was all good. And then when she goes, yeah, me and Bruce were Hulks. Hulk smashes buildings, I smash fourth walls, and bad writing, and sometimes Matt Murdock. I was, oh, Jesus, oh. But I like that, and I loved Kevin Feige's, like, cameo as well. So, yeah, all in all, that was all great. And then Scar, we got 1 second of Scar. But I lost my mind, because, like, that's Hulk's son, and that means we're one step closer to a Hulk film. And I really think we're going to get a Hulk film, because reportedly, Universal, they're going to lose the rights next year. So I think they already have it planned. And I got so excited. I don't know why he's not great, and I don't know what's wrong with his dead trim. But he's here. This is all pointing in good directions for Savage Hulk's return. And I'm just really excited. And people are going, how is he this grown up already? Where would Hulk have smashed? Well, if you read the comics of Planet Hulk and World War Hulk and Scar, the son of Hulk, because of his genetics, he actually ages rapidly. So he had a really short childhood. So that's why he's like this tall already and this old. And it was just really nice to get a Hulk project in the MCU again. And it was a much better one than 2008's Incredible Hulk. Although, I do not mind that, and I don't think that is a really bad film. So, yeah. What do you guys think of She-Hulk? I actually really liked it. What do you think of She-Hulk? Let me know in the comments. But until next time, my friends, bye-bye.